I honestly have no idea what is inside this box. I'm hoping that it's a drone of some sort. This looks pretty fancy. Right off the bat, I'm seeing that it says it's a brushless drone, so I'm assuming these motors here are brushless motors. You can upgrade this to have one of these 3 cameras, or we're gonna see if we can attach a GoPro to it. I honestly have no clue what to expect here, so got the manual right here in a nice plastic Ziploc bag. Let's take a look at all the goodies here. So this is the main body itself, comes fully assembled. What's with all the plastic? Probably to protect all of these awesome motors. So like all the Phantom drones use brushless motors, I know that for a fact. I think these just spin on. So these are kind of like the Phantom 3 has the same kind of style of props that just spin into place and then they're self-tightening, at least I hope. These are slightly smaller than what you would find on the Phantom. Let me grab a comparison here. So this is the Phantom 4 Pro and this is the F100, and the motors on the F100 are slightly smaller in diameter, but then also in like the thickness, they're quite a bit skinnier, but still you can see all of the inner parts just like what you can see on the Phantom drone. So they look actually quite similarly built, which is a very promising sign because Phantoms are built extremely well. So I guess what I'm hoping to see is that these motors work in a similar way to the Phantom motors, because that would mean this is gonna fly very, very well. There are little letters that correspond to the letters on the arms. There are 2 A's and 2 B's that go opposite each other. That's standard with all drones. Well, that was really easy to assemble there. So they also give you a full set of replacement props and full set of prop guards, and I think these are the legs. These are probably extension legs. I know what these are. These are extensions that you can put on the bottom, but they do have these little ones. If you want to put a camera on, you're going to need the extensions so the camera doesn't hit the ground. But if you're not using a camera, you can just use these little feet that are under the motors and it'll just work fine. Look at this battery. That is a huge battery for the size of this drone. That's like almost the size of the Phantom 3 battery, not quite the size of the Phantom 4 battery. So, did you hear that startup sound? Let me play it for you again. That is quite the coincidence. So here is the camera mount. We'll get to that in just a second. Also, we have a charger right here, DC charger. Clever packaging on the bottom. I feel like we should do a test flight right now. This is a really heavy duty quad though. It's quite beefy and very strong. Alright, so one quick thing before we get started flying. It's a beautiful day out here. I actually didn't know how to pair this and it didn't come paired. Basically what you have to do is with the remote you hold down the red button right here when you turn it on, and then the light on here will start flashing, and then you turn on, plug the battery in the drone and it'll connect, and that is quite easy. But if you didn't know that, like I didn't, it's a little frustrating. So that's how you pair it. Once you pair it, it's really easy. Let's get to flying. The link to this drone will be in the description below if you want to find out any more information. I can't wait to fly this some more. Thank you for watching, and as always, don't forget to keep it pro.